Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I hope everyone is doing really well today. So it's Saturday morning and as you can see it is, well you probably can't see, but it is actually like pitch black. So I was up at 5:15 this morning just because I know that I've got like a huge amount of work to do over this weekend. But again, apologies like kind of like for the lack of content. I've just been absolutely flat out. It's been incredibly busy here at the Gentleman Marketeer HQ. That sounds very corny, doesn't it? But yeah, it's just been like incredibly busy. I've just been trying to keep up with everything recently. So last week, again, another like really strong week of sales. I think 150 items were out. Let me have a quick look at what the numbers were. Right, so as you can see, we had a total sales of 3635, and we sold 150 items. Average selling price was a bit down, £24.24. But the main reasoning behind that was because I'd done my first ever eBay live show on Sunday. So that was last Sunday, just gone. I was absolutely blown away about how much I enjoyed it. I kind of like I was a bit nervous about the whole situation of actually like going live and kind of like trying to present stuff. But once I kind of got the first like 5-10 minutes out of the way, it all became like very it felt very natural and like I was just having like a chat with you guys again. So I've got lots of support, so I'm incredibly thankful for that. So all in all, yeah, I was really pleased. I put up 43 items for sale, and every single one of them sold. So they all went out the next day as well. So I definitely, I will do a video about kind of the whole process of eBay Live, how to get set up, what the onboarding process is like, and actually what it's like to go live as well. So yeah, in the comments, let me know if that's something of interest, if you would like to know how to go about doing it, and also I can actually break down some of the costs. But I was happy. I thought it was like a really good platform. I have scheduled another one for this Sunday, so that's Sunday the 18th. I might be wrong on that, but I'll try and kind of like put some information just up here about it. But yeah, it was really good. I'm gonna try and do something a little bit different on this one. Okay, so Polo Ralph Lauren, as you can see, nice XL. This one, if you know, this one is the new style tag, so this is a more modern piece. It's got like a cowl neck, which is I've actually hand-picked. I've gone out and sourced a load of items, especially for a live show. So I've not kind of taken it from my old items. I've actually kind of physically gone out and actually purchased it. And to give you an idea, this is like the rail ready. I do need to prep it for the show, which is a bit of a ball ache, unfortunately. It does take time to actually kind of like prepare it for the show. I've not quite worked out what the best process is on that side of it, but you should know me by now. I will absolutely work out kind of the best practice for it. But to give you some ideas, it's definitely going to be more winter heavy, so coats, jackets, jeans. There is like there's a Berghaus top here. What else have we got? Let's have a quick look. We got it's a nice like chunky knit jumper. That's by Superdry. We've got, what else have we got? We've got gilets. We've got shirts. We've got, oh, what's that? A bit of Carhartt. So there's the thing, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do £1 starts again. So I think that works for eBay Live when it comes to the selling platform. I think on a normal, in your normal store, I don't think particularly that works for the auctions, because people want their items straight away. But if you've actually got a live show and it's auctions, I think that works definitely better. So that's definitely like kind of what I've got down. I need to prep all that. As you can see, still pitch black outside. Even though it is a Saturday, like, I still kind of try and hustle as like hard as I possibly can. It's going to be like a really busy kind of like weekend for me, and I want to get myself all prepped because I've got the mighty Nick and Andrea Hills like coming over to visit me on Monday as well. So I want to make sure that this place looks kind of tip top. For me, there's a couple of bits and pieces that just need to be like tidied up and making sure that we're absolutely like kind of bang on, especially if I've got like visitors as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. I have like a bit of lunch with those guys as well. So that's what I'm up to at the moment. I'm going to like now process some items that I picked up past couple of days, just like stuff that has come into the store. What have we got on here? So we've got a ping jacket. What else have we got? See if we've got some other bits and pieces. Again, obviously it's all like kind of like the kind of like the clothing, bit of crew clothing, that one. Got anything else? Bit of Galvin green. Yeah, some nice like kind of brands on there. But I've had some really good success recently, like with some electronic gear as well. So, for example, a couple of things. This one here, which was a Smeg espresso like machine, £69.77. I think we actually got £55 for that in the end. Like, yeah, coffee machine. This again is like a really nice one as well. I picked up like a mini disc player. As you can see, like the margins when it comes to some of these electronic items is just incredible. Nearly £90 for that one. I've also sold a camera. So this is a Sony CyberShot. Listed it for £149. Had an offer for £100, which I accepted. So yeah, I'm really enjoying actually like picking up these electrical gear. And the actual sell-through of these ones have been like absolutely crazy. Great margins, as long as you can pick them up for like a cheap enough price, and it doesn't take a huge amount of time to actually process it. What I mean by processing, which is like kind of testing it out. That Sony camera, I had to like buy a charger and a new battery for it as well. So I think the cost of goods, I think I paid like £5 for it, which was like cheap as anything. I think I got it from a car boot sale like a while back. Yeah, I had to like kind of like, because I didn't actually know. So I bought it £5 without knowing whether it was actually working or not. That is the risk when it comes to items like electrical, if you can't physically test them. So I purchased a battery and a camera battery and a charger from Amazon. I think it took about a week. I think it took quite a long time. But when it turned up, like, it was absolutely perfect. So really for me, I like the idea of actually picking up these slightly smaller items that are still going to fit in my system. So when I say fit into my system, as long as they're not kind of like taking up too much space. So for example, here I've actually just like put myself like a little kind of case to give you an idea. That one there is that Sony camera. As you can see, like nice and easy. I can just like pick it all out. Still got my SKU numbers, so I can actually work out exactly what I'm looking at. But as you can see, I've got some lenses just on there as well. It's not taking up too much space, and like the process of storing it is really, really easy. But I also have to like make a quick admission that I actually did sell a jacket, and unfortunately I missed something that was in a pocket. So incredibly lucky for me that one of you lovely lot, well, it was actually like a couple, which was, so yeah, like Nikki and Paul from Moonraker Vintage. They were the ones who actually purchased the a jacket off me. I'll quickly like put the jacket, everything. This is like a lesson for me and everyone else out there. Make sure you double check all the pockets to make sure that everything is out there. Because unfortunately, they actually like told me, thanked me for the extra gift in the pocket. And I was absolutely devastated to when they sent me a picture. Let me show you. Yep, that is exactly what you think it is. So yeah, it was a like on the auction, so on the eBay Live, that was where it was purchased, and yeah, it was very embarrassing to actually hear that they took it very much in good faith, and so they were incredibly like kind of kind not to actually take it any further. So Paul and Nikki, thank you so much for being so kind of generous and not taking that any further. But it is a lesson for all of us. Just making sure you do double check if you're selling like clothing. Make sure you do check the pockets and all that side of it, because that could have been like horrendous for me. So guys, like I really do appreciate it. Like give them a little follow. Like have a look at Moonraker Vintage. Like kind of yeah, they got some cool stuff as well. Right, so this is Moonraker Vintage, as you can see. Check them out. I'll tell you what I kind of really liked about the store as well. They've actually put a little on their front page. They got a little video on there. Nice little touch when it comes to doing a little video on your eBay store. Definitely something to like consider for other people out there as well. So yeah, that was a kind of a little bit of an admission from me, and actually like thank you for the support out there as well. Right, so what I've not done for quite some time is actually put as much effort as I would like to when it comes to replying to all your lovely like comments and messages. So I know I went through a stage of like when I was doing that challenge of can I do like double my business. So if you've not seen the video, like go and have a look at it. There's a playlist for it. If you are looking to like upscale and like improve your business, that might be one to actually catch up on. And I go through a lot of like people's questions, but I thought I might as well do that again today. So there's been a few like questions, so I'll try and kind of answer them as best I can. And I'll try and like give all you lovely like lads and ladies a bit of a shout out as well.
Send in your questions. Don't be shy. Big or small, we'll give them a try. Your questions matter. We want them all. Answers are coming. Just give us a try.
All right, let's have a look at some of the questions. I'm going to try and answer as many questions as I possibly can. I'll give a couple of like shout outs to people, but let's get on with it. So the first one, which was from Stuart Dudley, says, great work as always, Simon. Always a good insight into how you run things. The question is, having an eBay store, is having an eBay store worth it? I've been selling on there and Vinted, but want to expand my business to the next level. Is paying the £27 a month worth it? Thanks again for the content, and as always, mate. So do I think it's worth it? Personally, I do, and the reason I kind of say that is I think it does like push more traffic. I think eBay will kind of send you more people to your store and your page, and there's like definitely more things you can physically do if you do have a store subscription as well. So in my personal opinion, I think kind of starting off, but always look at the numbers. If it looks like it actually is too expensive for what is being generated, at that point, then it's worth kind of like reassessing and actually going, do you know what? It's not quite worth it until I'm hitting. If you could sell an extra 2 or 3 items a month, or maybe 4 items a month, because of using it, then in my opinion, I think it's definitely worth giving it a go. So, but as I say, yeah, it's all about just testing the models out and making sure you don't kind of like over leverage yourself. Make sure that you can actually afford these this subscription. Right, next one we've got, which is from New Horizon Affiliates. AI backgrounds are the way to go. I even put the clothes on a person. So far, me testing that out definitely seems to kind of like get a reaction, and I do seem to like sell items quicker than I normally would. It's really hard to test out if AI backgrounds work, but what I've been doing is on some of my higher value items to make them stand out, to make them like become more appealing for people who are scrolling. that's when I'm actually doing these AI backgrounds. For example, if it's a sailing jacket, I'm trying to like put some form of like sailing kind of background in there. That might be like a boat, it might be like a sea, it might be like kind of a stormy like weather, but just trying to do something that will actually make people click on mine as opposed to someone else's. So hope that helps. Right, I got one from Nick and Andrea. Well, it's Nick Hills. You're smashing it, Simon. Nick, thank you. And also looking forward to you coming and visit my little shed here. So, yeah, that's in the next few days. So I need to like, make sure that we are looking perfect. Right, the next one I have to like kind of like really like say thank you very much, because Maria Limey has actually like reached out to say that she's came here after watching your Nick's video. Says, I sell in USA, although I'm thinking of moving back home in the next couple of years, and have been curious how I might make a full-time over there. I don't think it is getting any easier. I think it's difficult over in the States. I think it's difficult here, but it absolutely is possible to actually make a full-time kind of living by doing this. But yeah, interested to see like what your take on kind of selling over in the States as well. I'm always curious about, because it looks on the outside looking in that America is just abundant with stock. It looks like there's every 2 seconds you actually like just pick up these absolutely crazy things, and I don't think that is the actual case. I think it is still as difficult in other parts of the world that it is here in the UK as well. So, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate you coming over to the channel, and hopefully it's been some kind of like use for you. Right, another interesting one. This is from T Gangster. Hi Simon, hope you're well. Do you adjust prices a bit higher in Q4 in your store or lower? What is your strategy, please? It's a good question. I think if I was in the market to sell items that were very much geared towards kind of presents and kind of, I suppose, like kind of things that are going to sell quick. For example, like maybe like jigsaw puzzles, just as an example. I may well consider like increasing the prices of those coming up to like that period of time, the Q4. But fundamentally, like what I sell on a whole is clothing. So for me, it makes absolutely no sense to increase it, because it's not really a gifting kind of item that I sell. So for me, it's business as normal. I will still do the same as I always do all the year through. But I am still trying that. I will probably put on a couple of extra promotions. I think I'm going to be looking at doing maybe a Black Friday deal. I think I'm going to be doing more coupons and all that side of it. So for me, I don't increase and I don't kind of decrease. I'm just all about just that consistency and not kind of putting too much effort into thinking about that side of it. Right, we've got one from New Horizon Affiliates. Purchased 2 Chelsea pendant lanterns for £5, thinking they would return me about £70. Was surprised to see on eBay for £296. Took a quick flip offer of £400 for the pair. Now that is incredible. I love it when I hear stuff like that. It's when you kind of you hear, I remember a long time ago, probably a couple of years ago, I think it was, there was a YouTuber. I think he still is in and out of it. But the Cola Flipper, he actually found, I think it was some earrings, and I think at the car boot sale, and I think it turned out that they were, I think something like I can't even remember, but they were a very high end kind of jewelry maker, and they were worth thousands. I think he actually purchased a Porsche kind of with the proceeds of it. So I love it when things like that actually happen, and it does happen. The more you hunt for these things, the more you get lucky and actually find them. So yeah, but well done, kind of amazing flip. Was it £5 into 400? We will take that all day long. Right, next question, MC Gaza P. Hi, do you take your parcels to the post office or do you have Royal Mail come and collect? That's that's a great question, and it's definitely something that is on my mind. Unfortunately, I think the way that I've set up my business, having someone come to me to collect parcels is pretty difficult. The downside to it is that unfortunately, with pretty much all of these couriers, whether it's Royal Mail, or whether it's Every, whether it's Yodel, they won't actually tell you exactly what time they're going to turn up. So for me, the biggest part of my job when it comes to my reselling business is not kind of doing the processes, it's not taking the pictures, it's me physically going out and actually searching and hunting for these items that I can resell. So a lot of the time I'm not even here, I'm out and about. So having a company come in and if I missed my slot, if they turned up and I wasn't here, then I don't have employees that can actually take care of that. That in the future might change. If I do bring someone in, then it may be a case that I can arrange that. But at the moment, it's very much I will pack everything up and I will take it to the drop-off point, whether it's going to be the local shop around the corner or it might be the post office. But for me at the moment, it's very much it's a manual worry. It's manually a dropping them off. So hopefully that helps. Right, another one which is from Dem Nuggets, not actually a question, but it says, mate, superb, thanks all. This is from Nick at Dem Nuggets. If you've not seen his channel, definitely go and have a look. If you think that kind of me giving you some knowledge when it comes to on some of the brands, you want to have a listen to what Nick has to say, because he picks up some absolutely crazy items. So Nick, thank you so much, and really good to actually start putting some things together with him as well. So yeah, really good guy. Right, next one we've got from Hockey Fan number 1. It says, fantastic sales. Do you still use a 7% promoted listing rate? And the answer is yes, I do. I'm so scared that if I start playing about with that the eBay algorithm will suddenly go oh, he's playing about with it. We're going to we don't know what to do now. So yes, I'm really stuck in the mud when it comes to my promoted listings. And yeah, I'm still at that 7%. Will I reassess it in the future? I'm sure I will, but at this precise moment, why change something that if it's working, you might as well just keep going with it. Right, next we've got Pete from Sales of the Unexpected. So Pete's been around for a long time. He's one of definitely the OGs. So he's put, those are fantastic numbers. I was hoping you'd do a video on the 70 sales you mentioned on Monday. Glad those electrical items weren't mega huge. Crazy that you filled the car. Can't wait for the eBay live on Sunday. So that was Sunday just gone. But Pete, yeah, thank you. I sometimes in the back of my mind wonder whether how much value me going through the actual items I've sold. But the realization is that people are on the lookout for other brands. So it will definitely be something moving forward. I will do some more some picking and packing videos, show what has actually sold, let you know how much I'm getting for it, and I'll try and give you a breakdown of my costings as well. But Pete, thank you for the support as always. If you've not seen him, Pete does a live I think on a Monday morning, so definitely go and check him out, say hello, let him know that I sent you. But yeah, he's there. So it's very much it's nice to actually have other resellers doing lives during the week as well, and during the day, because this can be a little bit lonely. I like to actually put things like that on just to keep me company as well, and I don't think there's that many people doing lives, certainly during the week as well. So yeah, definitely check that out. Right, another one we got from Rachel Noodle Nest. Says, hi Simon, loving your videos. I was wondering if you could talk about actually dropping your parcels off. My biggest issue in the reselling world is dropping them off. I find cashiers so grumpy, or they reject me saying they have room to take. They have no room to take them. I'm made to feel like a burden. Sometimes I'm hanging on to parcels for 3 days, driving to different shops to drop them off. I feel like no one else talks about this. Is it just me? Did you take all 70 of your parcels to one shop? Right, you're absolutely spot on. And I don't think many people do talk about this. And I absolutely feel your pain, because I've without a doubt had these instances as well, especially when you start to kind of like to grow, and it goes from like a couple a day to 4 or 5 to 6, and then like once you get into the realms of like kind of like having, for example, me like 70 items in one go, it definitely like kind of like starts to kind of get a bit draining when you do go into these shops, and they make it, it is surprising to me that they make money out of like taking the parcels, but that's the actual store. It's not the person who has to process it. For the person processing it, it's another inconvenience, and it's more work for them for like absolutely like a no reward. So I kind of like, I get it. So what I have done over the past is try to like be as make life as easy as I possibly can for them. Go to the area that they will be processing it. Sometimes I even will scan it so they don't have to scan it. Not all of them will let you do that, but definitely the new thing for me, which is because majority of my sales, they go through Every. But the post office now has actually they now do Every collection. So because for me, the actual post office are geared up for that like postage side of it, those guys seem to be like kind of like more happy to see me when it comes to like even if it is a lot. If I've only got, for example, like 10, 12, 15 items, they will make a joke with me to go, oh, not very many today, not very busy, are you, Simon? But it is all about just making those relationships. There's nothing wrong with actually like paying someone a bit of a compliment, just having a nice kind of like chat with someone, getting someone on your side, even if it means like maybe at Christmas time. And I do this, which is like over the Christmas period, I will like and take people either a card with a bit of money in it. It might be like a box of donuts, but just doing something that they remember that, oh yeah, he's actually a good guy. But you are always going to get people who are grumpy, especially if you drop off like me first thing in the morning. 7 o'clock in the morning, you get some very, very grumpy people. But hopefully that helps. And yeah, you've just got to really try and find the shop that will work with you. And they are out there, and there are people out there who definitely will be happy to see you and give you a bit of a smile. So Rachel, hopefully that helps. Right, next one from Dave Hughes 1193. If you don't mind me asking, out of £5,000 turnover, how much approximately ends up in your pocket after fees, taxes, etc. tar? It is it's a good question, and it is the bit that kind of most people don't allude to. I'm happy because I'm a limited company, I'm VAT registered, so it gets a little bit more complicated when it comes to the tax and all that side of it. But as a general rule, I kind of try to actually work on around about a 40% profit margin. So I retain about 40% of it. So out of the £5,000, like I would like hope to actually kind of put in my pocket after I've paid all my taxes, after I've paid everything else, storage and like whatever else I have to pay out for stock. I'd like to actually kind of retain a couple of £1,000 out of that. So people might be shocked at that, but that's the kind of the real thing. I think most kind of like profitable businesses, like if you look around the world, run around about the 30% mark. So around between, for me, 30 to 40% is kind of where I'm looking at. So hopefully that helps. Right, and we've got my buddy like Luke as well. So Waters Clobber, kidding it, my man. All that hard work, hard graft, absolutely paying off. Again, I spoke about Nick earlier about kind of like the crazy knowledge. Yeah, Luke is doing like such a good job as well when it comes to kind of like putting out some really valuable content as well. So if you're kind of like finding anything that I do, like definitely like check out his videos as well. He does a podcast on a Wednesday, but also like he does some just amazing like picking and packing videos as well. And his knowledge is just insane. So Luke, thank you, buddy. Right, we've got another one. It's from Nikita. Hi Simon, question. Can you explain how you made your leaflets and 25% off coupons? Please, I think this sounds common sense, but I'm curious if you printed them or you sell them yourself, or if you got them done by Vistaprint or something. Thank you. Love your videos. I'm going back on your old ones to binge watch with the husband. We love your videos. Thank you. I do appreciate that. Right, so what have I done? Now, I've actually just, like, it's a really, like, kind of, like, apt time, because I've just, kind of, like, reprinted it. And what have I done? So I've actually changed it from the old one to a new one. And this one here has actually now got a different code on it. So I've gone for a 20% coupon. I'm just testing out that. And that's a like 2025 comeback is the actual code on there as well. I've put a QR code. Now, how I made this, first and foremost, I used ChatGPT to get a rough idea of actually like what I wanted the layout to be, but also like to like get some ideas on kind of like but what I should be like the content of it. But then what I done is I actually put that into Canva and tweaked it slightly, added a QR code. So I think, I'm trying to remember exactly where I got that from. I think it was, I think Bizay, B-I-Z-A-Y, was the company I got it. I just like put it on there. And I think if you go on to ChatGPT and ask them to create your QR code, that will be able to do that as well. But for the once I produced that, I was then printing them straight onto my shipping labels and just using those to begin with. But then I decided to actually get these physically printed myself. These are on kind of like card, and really thin card, like papery card, these ones, but they're a little bit like kind of like better quality. Not super like high gloss, but still pretty good. I got 1,000 of these ones made up for me, and I paid £35, which if you go online, you can absolutely get that for like quite a bit cheaper. My guess would be 1,000 would be around about the maybe £20, 18 to £20, like kind of like delivered, but I wanted it like straight away. So I was happy to pay the extra to actually get that done. That was at a local company where I live, and they actually printed it, and next day it was ready. So I was really happy with that. So hopefully that helps. I think it is like a case, and what I do with this is every single item that goes out goes into a poly mailer, put it into one of these, but I would include one of these. So hopefully when it actually turns up, the customer will actually be lulled into a full sense of security, thinking, oh, these look very professional. Whereas like it's just me on my own. So just trying to like create like a little bit more of an image. So hopefully that helps. And Nikita, like appreciate you and your husband watching the videos. Wow. I think we are done on all the messages. there's lots of other people I didn't mention who've like sent me like really like nice comments and goodwill kind of like messages, and like I do appreciate every single one of you. But yeah, that's it. It's now kind of just starting to get light outside, and see, just starting to actually kind of like wake up the world. Coming up for now, just gonna hop past 7. And yes, that is 7:30 on a Saturday morning, and I have been like working for a couple of hours already. But hey, it's the cross we have to bear. But I think I'm going to leave the video there. Hopefully that's like gives you a little bit of an update from me, what's going on in my life. Don't forget that if you are interested, I'm going to be doing another eBay live this coming Sunday, so Sunday at 7 o'clock in the evening. To like get to it, probably the best way to do it is actually on your phone. Go to your app, there should be a little section that says eBay live. I'll try and like put a little link up or so you can actually have a look. Go to the fashion area and you should find me just up there. So everything's going to be starting off at £1. Some really like nice bits on there, so I'm hoping like we should do like pretty well at the weekend. But on that note, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this and get to the end of this video as well. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend. Good luck with all your sales. Make sure you do put something in the comment. Let me know how you're getting on, because I really I love it, like finding out how all you are doing as well. And if you do have questions, just let me know as well. So again, thank you so much. Have a great rest of the weekend. I'll see you soon.